My name is Jessica Estelle Huggins. I am the creator and creative producer of Chivoices, a poetic film series. Chivoices came about in a very interesting way, actually. I had graduated from Columbia College in 2012, and my post-grad experience was a lot of teaching and mentoring youth. And I noticed that this narrative of violence just kept coming up. And the way that they would talk about violence was very different than how the news would talk about violence. And also in the same period, I was reading a lot of poetry, and I was going to like open mic jams, and spoken word is so actually the birth of spoken word was here in Chicago, so it's a very prominent thing. And I just started thinking, you know, how for a while I wanted to do something in terms of violence. So in 2013, there was a 2-month-old baby named Estelle Huggins who was shot from, I believe it was like her shoulder, and the bullet came on one of her butt cheeks, and she died. And that really took a toll with me, because I was wondering, you know, how is it that someone can, you know, cause harm to anyone, but how these situations are now affecting even babies. So I decided to, with my love, my growing love for spoken word, and being a filmmaker, I decided to combine the two, and that's how Chivoices came about. The poets, I went about finding the poets in the same manner that I find actors. I just put up like casting calls, and the poets that, you know, you get a lot of submissions basically, and the people who I actually responded to and responded back to me are the ones that ended up being in the series. We actually had, since we started the project over a year ago, we've actually had 3 different poet changes, and that's only because of scheduling, in terms of our production schedule. So the poets, all of the poets that we had or have, one, Joy Heard, her and I went to Columbia together. Everyone else responded to the ad from Craigslist, Facebook, and other social media sites. What I love the most about production is just watching people collaborate, like people knowing what they're doing and loving what they're doing, because I love what I do, and to watch and work with people who love what they do is just is amazing, because, you know, we live in kind of a negative world, and it's good to see everyone working together and doing something that is beyond like them, you know. And I think some of my favorite moments actually on set was every time we had lunch, the crew, which is myself, Sherry, Javon, and Sandra, we always broke apart from everyone else to meet, just to, you know, get our heads right, figure out what we need to do, what we didn't do, and blah blah blah. Every time we sectioned off to have our meetings and then went back to eat our lunch with everyone else, someone always commented, someone always came up to any one of us and said, "It's amazing to watch young women of color work together." Like that felt like $1 million to me, because, you know, again, in the media, the things that we see in terms of black and brown images they're shameful, you know, they're ridiculous. And I don't know if anyone was assuming we were going to be Love and Hip Hop on set, but like, everybody loved seeing us working together. And even if it came to a point where if I went up to Sherry like, "Hey, we're on a time crunch, you need to kind of like speed it up," you know, she wouldn't give me a backlash for it, because we all have such really good communication skills. So I loved all of those moments on set. I think the most challenging moments on set were, for me as a producer, when people were like, and this didn't happen a lot, but when people were like late, or if they fell through at the last minute, and having to troubleshoot that. And then budgeting is, we did not have a lot of money for this production, but it was great because we all pulled our resources together. And there was one time where one of the lenses, Javon's lenses, had broken, and I felt terrible because I couldn't even like I couldn't just come out and give her money to replace it. So yeah, money has always been an issue. But you know, we thank Illinois Humanities Council and all of our Kickstarter and Indiegogo fans who contributed, because the money that you did contribute, guys, whoa, thank you so much. It was amazing. I know Shy Voices is very important because we are taking back our own narrative as a people. And there's an interesting movement with artivism, art and activism happening right now, and I think that a lot of us are literally seizing those moments with watching with the growth of Dear White People, right now with Selma. It's incredible to watch, in that it's not just Black and brown people who are supporting this, it's people of other ethnicities and cultures that are interested in watching our stories. And in respect to that, I think that Shy Voices is highly important, because Shy Voices provides a narrative for those stories that never got either a media story or got the incorrect media story from, you know, our news outlets. I see and hope and wish and pray that Shy Voices takes off something serious, and not in ways of us getting tons of money and like fame, but even though that would be awesome, more so it kind of in the same manner of Dear White People, how it was like Dear White People has like a very cult following feeling to it, and I feel like Shy Voices has that potential where people generally like the project and want to watch it grow. So film festivals, more special screenings, having special panels, and also being a platform as a teaching tool for I would like to start in Chicago public schools and then branch out to other inner city schools, because Shy Voices incorporates pretty much all art forms you can think of. It's spoken word, it's film, it's music, there's artwork in it, there's motion graphics, like it has all of the art forms in one, and we're exploring such a big topic right now. Like everybody wants to talk about violence and what it means to them. So I don't see anyone not wanting to watch this, because we are literally taking a music video format and brought it to film. Amazing. Because I am a lover, and in many ways similar to Sherry, I am intuitive, and I don't really like saying sensitive, but I can feel a lot of energies at once, and I think it's very, very important that we take as individuals all of our skill sets and just breathe positivity and love and light into the world, because why should life be any different than that? I'm amazing because I'm an advocate of that. Art happening.